finna get or do something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way, don't get your dishes splat. Stop letting this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. I feel like I'm JX. J-Way. I'm a perfectionist. Adderall got me restless. I'm gone. Run with a wild crew, they get reckless. Young boy, come up off that neck. Give me that. To the trends. See you, Lee, be the best.
Good morning. We are here with another episode of Corner to Copa. We have yet another player profile to bring to you today. Today, we are talking about Trey Sweeney, who is a rookie shortstop that was acquired in the Jack Flaherty deal with the LA Dodgers, along with Thayron Lorenzo. He had he was in AAA for a few weeks and was tearing it up, and then he was called up originally to play behind Javi Baez, but Javi Baez would soon later on go down with a season-ending injury, and he was the everyday shortstop. He is 24 years old, and he bats left-handed and throws right-handed. He's 6'3", 212 pounds, and he was originally drafted in the first round by the New York Yankees. He is a hard contact, free swinging defensive shortstop who is starting to improve his contact. He definitely makes hard contact when he does make contact with the ball, but he has been very susceptible to the strikeout. He struggled with his plate discipline. He does not walk a lot. He strikes out a lot. He has a high whiff rate, and he doesn't walk very much. But on the other hand, he has, especially after the 4-for-4 effort in the last game of the Oakland A's series, where he hit a home run, a double, and 2 singles. His expected slug percentage has gone up considerably. It's low sample size, so a lot of these numbers have fluctuated over time, but fluctuated in the short period of time. But right now, his exit velocity rate is high. Right now, he's barreling up a lot of balls. His hard hit rate is high. He's got a high bat speed, and he's squaring the ball up really, really well. Overall, he's kind of still a below average bat. He still has a low below average bat value due to the fact that he's striking out a lot, but he's punishing a lot of balls right now. He hit 2 home runs on this recent West Coast road trip. He's got considerable power to the pull field in a small sample size. He's got 3 home runs this year and 9 RBIs. Overall, he is hitting 236 as far as his batting average. He's hitting 286 against left-handed pitching, which is very important. And he's hitting 229 against right-handed pitching. AJ Hinch has, as we know, he does not like to put his lefties out there against lefties, but he has been a little bit more lenient with that system. And some of our players have shown that they do have the ability to hit lefties that are actually left-handed hitters. As far as his splits, he's hitting 208 with nobody on. He's hitting 258 with runners on and 231 with runners in scoring position. So I want to say all of his home. I think the home run in San Diego was maybe a 2-run home run, but I know he's had a couple solo shots thus far. But as far as defensively, he's got a three score of outs above average, which is very good. I think going into it, I don't think people were sure whether or not he was good enough to be an everyday defensive shortstop, but he's been very sure-handed at shortstop. He doesn't have a very strong arm, but he has above average hands. He's got a 60% sprint speed, and as far as his future with Detroit, obviously we have to figure out what we're going to do with Javi Baez. Obviously, you don't want to pay a guy that much money to sit on the bench or to split time with for all intents and purposes, a rookie. But so far in the small sample size, Sweeney has proved that he is a better bat right now, and that defensively he's a better player as well. We'll just have to see. I mean, it's tough to say what the future holds for Javi Baez, but obviously he's been struggling with some injuries that may have affected his hitting and his defense. But most importantly, the defense just fell off a cliff. That's been the most shocking, I guess, is that at last year his outs above average was considerably higher, and that fell off as well. So, but as of right now, Trey Sweeney is a young player getting an opportunity to play some very meaningful games right now, and he's making the best of it. He's helping us on the defensive side, but he's also bringing us some pop that we've needed all year. So yeah, as far as the future, he may end up being just a I don't know, utility player. I don't know if he play. I've only seen him play shortstop, but he might be a bench player. He might actually spend some time in AAA next year, depending on what we end up doing. But as this year concludes, if he can stay on the trajectory that he's on, he can make a strong consideration towards making the major league team out of camp. But yeah, that 4-for-4 effort against the A's was unbelievable, and he continues to show what he has showed. This guy is a former first-round draft pick, and this guy has performed well ever since he put on a Mud Hen / Tigers uniform. So he can only do more. He can only do more for himself as we compete for a playoff spot down the stretch. And that pretty much wraps up Trey Sweeney. Please subscribe to the channel, Corner to Copa on YouTube. No, Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube, Corner to Copa on all audio aggregators. Me and Coach got a show coming up in a couple hours, recapping the week that was Tigers baseball. We are currently 3 games back of first place, back of the final wild card spot. So tune in, because we got a lot of crucial games coming up down the stretch. It's your boy Foster John.